Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I am going to do Unit 5 of Class 8, that is Industries. Okay, so first remember, industries come under secondary activities or manufacturing. Now what does that mean? See, in the primary activities like farming or fishing, we take things directly from nature. But in secondary activities, we change those raw materials into something more useful. For example, think about cotton. When it's on the plant, it's just a cotton. But when it's turned into cloth, we can wear it, sell it, and it becomes more valuable. Same way, paper made from the pulp has added value at each stage. So industry means we add value to natural things step by step till they become products people use in daily life. That's why we say industries are all about value addition. Now, what is industry? Industry means any economic activity that deals with producing goods, extracting minerals, and providing services like making cars, mining coals, or even banking. All are industries because they create something or provide something useful. Now, let's classify industries based on raw materials. There are 4 types: agro-based, mineral-based, marine-based, and forest-based. Now, the agro-based industries are here the raw materials come from plants and animals. For example, food processing, vegetable oil, dairy products, or cotton textiles. Basically, anything that is used from products. Next one is mineral-based industries. These use minerals and ores. Like iron is made from iron ore, cement from limestone, etc. And next one is marine-based industries. Here the raw materials come from the sea and ocean. So we use fish, seaweed, and other marine products to make things like fish oil. Next, forest-based industries are here the raw materials come from forest like wood, bamboo, wild fruits, etc. Paper industry is one of the simple example. It comes from forest produce. So based on the what we use as a raw material, we have these 4 types. Now let's come to the classification based on size. Size depends on how much money is invested and how many people are working and how much output is produced. If the industry is small, it's called small scale, and if it's big, then large scale. Let's understand this simply. Cottage or household industries are small scale. They are done by hand by skilled artisans like handloom weaving and handicraft, and these are done mostly in homes, not in big factories. And small scale industries use less capital and simple technology, for example silk weaving or food processing. But large scale industries, they use big machines, more workers, and lots of investment like automobile productions or heavy machinery industries. So you can imagine the difference. One happens in small workshop and other in big factories. Now let's come to the ownership. Who owns the industry decides what type of it is. If it's owned by individuals or private people, it's called as private sector. For example, Tata Motors, Reliance, etc. If it's owned by the government, it's called public sector. For example, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, etc. And if the both government and individuals run it together, that's called as joint sector. And if the industry is owned by cooperatives like farmers or producers together, that's a cooperative sector. For example, Amul, where milk producers together run the company. Next one is factors affecting the location of industry. So to set up an industry, what all things are needed? You need good transport, proper land, supply of power, raw materials, labor, capital, market, and even water. All these are important because think, if there is no power or no road, how will goods move? So every successful industry is located where these things are easily available. In an industry, we have 3 main parts, that is inputs. These are raw materials, labor, cost of land, etc. And processes means these are actions where raw materials are changed into final goods. Final comes outputs, means these are finished products and the income earned from them. Let's talk about industrial regions. In India, industries are not spread everywhere. They are concentrated in certain regions. Some major industries regions are Mumbai Pune cluster, Bangalore Tamil Nadu region, and Hubli region, and Ahmedabad Mumbai Pune cluster, Bangalore Tamil Nadu region, Hubli region, and etc. And these areas have all the right facilities, transports, workers, and markets, so industries grow there. Next is distribution of major industries. The main industries in the world are iron and steel industry, textile industry, and information technology industry. Let's start with iron and steel industry. Now listen carefully. This industry is called the backbone of modern industry. Why? Because steel is used everywhere in machines, tools, cars, trains, bridges, ships, and even in the small safety pin we use at the home. To make steel, we need iron ore, coal, and limestone. These are the main raw materials. Along with that, we need labor, capital, and good location. Now the process means the iron ore, coal, and limestone are put into a blast furnace where everything melts, combines, and then gets refined. After that, we get steel. Just look at this: 8 tons of coal plus 4 tons of iron ore plus 1 ton of limestone gives only 1 ton of steel. So imagine how much input is needed for just one output. Then to make special alloy steel, a small amount of nickel, copper or aluminum is added. That's what gives the extra strength and makes it rust resistant. That's why we say steel is the backbone, because everything around us depends on it. Before 1800 AD, steel plants were built only where there was power, raw materials and running water. Now let's look at the two famous examples, that is Jamshedpur in India and Pittsburgh in USA. In India, before independence, there was only one steel plant, that is Tata Iron and Steel Company Limited. It started in 1907 at Sangchi near this Subarnarekha and Karkai rivers in Jamshedpur. Later, the government built more plants. Why was this location chosen? Because there was water, cheap labor, good roads and railways, and all raw materials nearby. That's why Jamshedpur becomes the heart of the Indian steel industry. Now, Pittsburgh in US, it's also called as the Steel City. It became famous because of the Great Lakes waterway, which helped in cheap transportation of iron ore. Next comes to the cotton textile industry. Now, cotton, wool, silk, jute, flax, all these are used to make clothes. The natural fibers comes from the plants or animals, and man-made fibers like nylon and polyester are made chemically. Cotton textile is one of the oldest industries in the world. Before the Industrial Revolution, people made cloth by hand, that is in spinning and weaving. You might have heard these names in history. Yeah, muslin of Dhaka and chintz of Masulipattnam and calicos of Calicut and golden cotton of Mohenjo-daro all are famous all over the world. The first textile mill in India was started in Mumbai in 1854. It grew well in Maharashtra and Gujarat because of humid climate and good for spinning and weaving. Later, Ahmedabad became another big textile city. It's on the bank of Sabarmati. The first mill there was set up in 1859 and soon it became known as the Manchester of India, because it had everything, that is good climate, flat land and good roads and railways, perfect for textile production. Now next one is Osaka. It is called as Manchester of Japan. Why it is called that? Because just like Manchester in England, Osaka is also very important textile center for Japan. That's why people call it in Manchester of Japan. You know, Osaka has a warm and humid climate, which is perfect for spinning and weaving. That kind of weather helps the cotton threads stay soft and easy to spin. And not just that, the river Yodo provides enough water for textile mills. So water, weather, skilled workers, everything needed for textile industry is easily available there. That's why Osaka became one of the biggest and most famous textile cities in the world. Alright, with that we come to end of this unit. I will upload the next unit in the coming days. Till then, like, share and subscribe to my channel.